This video is sponsored by Level 8 Luggage. Get 10% off using code Nonstop10. Spain has the largest high-speed rail network in Europe, which has recently allowed open access competition to the legacy operator Renfe. Today we're comparing the two low-cost options, Ouigo and Avlo, who both offer long-distance, high-speed train tickets for less than €10. So come along with me and let's put them head-to-head in 2025. Welcome back to a beautiful sunny day in the Spanish capital, Madrid. In this video, I'm first going to take a ride on Ouigo from Madrid to Zaragoza, stay overnight in a super special hotel in the stunning capital of Aragon, and then continue the next morning on to Barcelona with Avlo. We'll check out the experience in full, from ticket buying and pricing to the seats, ride comfort, onboard service, and which one I'd recommend. So let's get to it. I've arrived at the Atocha Cercanías station from my hotel near the airport. Madrid has a very comprehensive and far-reaching commuter train network which is very frequent and super easy to use. The Atocha commuter station is right next to the long-distance one where we'll be departing from today. It's a couple of minutes walk and has all step-free access. There is currently an ongoing €550 million project to renovate the historic train shed, improve station capacity, and generally update and future-proof Spain's main high-speed train hub. Inside, a large variety of shops and eateries are available for some last-minute purchases, but don't worry, you can take any of these through the airport-style security checks as there are no limits on liquids. There is a quick ticket check before you're allowed to proceed to the departure lounge and gates.
Que lo quiere enseñar aquí.
There are two of these areas located either on the ground or first floor, so check the departure boards to see which one your train is departing from. We're leaving from Planta Baja or ground floor today. Once through the checks, there are a few more shops and a distinct lack of seating. This really needs to be addressed as you could be here for a while. Level 8 have a wide selection of suitcases and travel accessories designed for the distinguished traveller. They are all super stylish, have loads of space and are packed full of handy features which allow for a worry-free journey. I've been working with Level 8 for over 2 years now and have only used their luggage ever since. I can personally vouch for their strength and durability, but my favourite feature has to be the amazing wheels which just roll so effortlessly on any surface. If you want to get your own Level 8 case today, my viewers can get a discount of 10% off every order using code Nonstop10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Boarding is called around 20 minutes before scheduled departure time, and then you can queue up, get your ticket scanned again and head through to the platform. Ouigo tickets include a carry-on sized case and a personal item as standard. If you want to bring a large suitcase, these cost €5 each. The limits are strictly enforced and the price is much higher if you have to pay when boarding. Ouigo in Spain uses these 10-car double-decker TGV Euroduplex sets which have a power car at each end and 8 coaches in between. They have a maximum speed of 320 km per hour and an in-service speed of 300 km per hour. Boarding is not level, with a step down from the platform and then 3 more down inside the train. My seat is upstairs on the so-called sky deck, which I was able to pick from a seating plan at an additional cost. I'd always recommend doing this as the views are much better. Luggage can be stored on the stacks within the coaches, with smaller items able to be placed on the very small overhead racks. And here is my seat for today, a forward-facing window seat on the solo side of the coach. I'm travelling in one of the XL seats today, which are laid out in a 2+1 configuration. Before we depart, let's check out today's route from Madrid to Zaragoza and onwards to Barcelona tomorrow.
Disfruta la experiencia Ouigo, buen viaje. We are ready, doors are closing, check your seats and enjoy the Ouigo experience. Let's go. Bienvenidos al universo Ouigo, os habla la tripulación. Nuestro destino es Barcelona Sants, 5 paradas en Zaragoza Delicias y Camp de Tarragona. Welcome to Ouigo Universe, this is the crew speaking. Our destination is Barcelona Sants and stops at Zaragoza Delicias and Camp de Tarragona.
All onboard announcements are made in both Spanish and English. The first leg of our journey is from Madrid Atocha to Zaragoza Delicias, and will take us 1 hour and 17 minutes of travel time, covering a distance of 310 kilometers. As we're directly comparing Ouigo and Avlo in this video, I've done a price comparison on the full route from Madrid to Barcelona for tickets booked 4 weeks in advance, rather than what I paid for these specific trips. For reference, the travel date selected was Tuesday the 24th of June. The full 620 kilometre route takes between 2.5 and 3 hours depending on the stopping pattern. The prices were both similar, with Ouigo costing €29 and Avlo costing €35. Both operators advertise sub €10 fares on this route. However, from my experience, these are very limited and you must buy it as soon as the booking horizon opens. That said, I have managed to buy one myself before, so they do exist. Other operators on this route are Renfe's Avlo service and Euryo, who do not market themselves as low cost. However, fares can sometimes be found as cheap as Ouigo and Avlo, so bear that in mind. Check out my video on these two in the description below. Okay, let's check out the XL seats here on Ouigo. They are the same as some first class seats on TGV services operating in France. They are well padded, have a good shape and a nice winged headrest. The padded armrests are adjustable and the seat reclines automatically using this button. Legroom is good without being outstanding, and there's an adjustable footrest and large tray table available. Each seat has one European style power socket, a multitude of coat hooks, personal reading lights and a sun blind on the window. The XL seats cost an additional €9 over the regular seat, which we'll look at shortly, and in my opinion they are well worth the upgrade. If you want ad-free early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now, or the join button in every video. Thank you! Let's have a look at the rest of the train now. The Wee Bar dining car can be found on the top deck of Coach 4. This sells a variety of quite pricey drinks, snacks and sandwiches, including combo deals. I'll leave a link to the menu in the description. There is a stand-up bar area where you can eat, drink and socialise, or you can take your purchases back to your seat. I got the sandwich combo, which includes crisps and a drink for €10.50. It was tasty though. Toilets can be found on both the lower and upper decks in every coach, except the dining car. Although quite cramped, these were all clean, fully working and stocked up with soap and toilet paper. The lower decks of coaches 1 and 9 have wheelchair spaces with companion seats available. Due to their location, you can't access the dining car though. The accessible toilet is in the adjacent vestibule. Here's a look at the regular seats, which are in a 2+2 layout, which are much narrower and have less padding and overall space. They are still perfectly good enough for these trips of up to 3 hours though. Free Wi-Fi is available and was easy to connect to, however I tried the speed test on a number of occasions and it was basically unusable. We are now zooming along at 300 km per hour, this train's maximum in-service speed. I love crossing the viaducts on this line as you get some lovely views over the central Spanish landscapes. As we approach Zaragoza, we diverge right and cross over the high-speed avoiding line on a flying junction towards the city off to the left. And just a few minutes later, we are arriving at Zaragoza Delicias, the high-speed station in the Aragon capital. The main reason I wanted to spend a night this time was to stay at the hotel you can see in the background now, but more on that shortly. I've been through here countless times, but never actually got off before. After a fast, comfortable and hassle-free journey from Madrid to Zaragoza, we have arrived exactly on time. I'll do a full summary with scores at the end of the video once we've ridden Avlo tomorrow morning. Off our impressive Ouigo TGV Euroduplex goes to continue its journey to Barcelona. The 4-star Eurostars hotel is built into Delicias station and features some very unique rooms which overlook the whole platform area. Obviously, I've booked myself into one of these for tonight, so let's head up there and check it out. These clean and spacious twin, double or family rooms have great living and working areas, comfortable beds and a view any train enthusiast would die for. And it's not even expensive, usually around €60 per night. Now let's walk the 20 minutes or so into central Zaragoza and explore this stunning city of 675,000 people. It certainly lived up to my expectations, and I spent around 4 hours just walking around, exploring the amazing architecture, including many churches, bustling shopping streets and historic sites. I then had an early dinner and caught a bus back to my hotel at the station and spent a while at the window in my room, relaxing, listening to music, having a beer and watching the countless trains come and go. I have an early start tomorrow to catch my Avlo service to Barcelona, so good night. Zaragoza Delicias station has just a small selection of shops and eateries, both outside and inside, certainly far fewer than most of Spain's major stations. There is still an information office and both staffed and automatic ticketing facilities though. Quite a few high-speed and regional departures already on the board this morning. Then we must pass the mandatory security screening before being allowed to access the departure area. Once called for boarding, tickets are scanned and I can head down the escalator to the platform. Lifts are also available. Again, Avlo tickets include a carry-on sized case and a personal item as standard. I wasn't sure whether this service would be operated by one of the older but better Talgo S112 sets or the newer but very controversial Talgo S106 Avril sets. I was secretly hoping for the latter as I'd not tried the Avlo version of it yet, and the Spanish train gods answered my prayers this morning. These 14-car trains have a top speed of 330 km per hour, but still an in-service speed of 300 km per hour, the same as the Ouigo TGVs. Boarding is level with the platform, with just a very small gap to cross. Avlo services only have one class, which is all in a 3+2 layout on the Talgo Avril sets. The S112s have 2+2 seating throughout. Luggage can be stored on the vertical stacks at the coach ends or on the large overhead racks above the seats. The second leg of our journey is from Zaragoza to Barcelona and will take us 1 hour and 27 minutes of travel time, covering a distance of 325 kilometers. I'd been randomly allocated an aisle seat at a table of 4 for this journey, so I waited until everyone was seated and we had departed on this non-stop service and chose an empty row. I took the pair of 2 priority seats you can see at the back here, which have fold-up bases for easier access or for pushchairs. These seats have slightly winged headrests, but are pretty hard and have a bad shape to them. They do, however, have Isofix mounts for child seats, something which I've never seen on a train before. The padded armrests are adjustable. Between each seat are 2 USB-A ports and 2 standard European power sockets. Legroom is good, and there's an adjustable footrest. And there's a storage pocket, an elastic band thing, and a large tray table as well. There's also a teeny tiny litter bin, some coat hooks and reading lights. The windows have full-length sun blinds, but we're not going to shut out this morning's beautiful sunrise. It's definitely worth waking up early for these train window views. Free Wi-Fi is also available on this train. Unlike Ouigo though, this actually worked well and was super fast. Okay, let's go and check out the rest of the train now. As mentioned, the whole train is in the same seating layout except where the wheelchair spaces are. There are 2 of these in coach 5, which both have companion seats. The accessible toilet is in the adjacent vestibule. Regular toilets are spread throughout the rest of the train. These were very clean, fully stocked up and in a good working condition. There is no dining car on Avlo services, just vending machines selling snacks and cold drinks.
No coffee.
I was quite disappointed there was no coffee though. We have now entered the autonomous province of Catalonia, and I'd just like to mention the ride quality on these Avlo Series 106 trains. It is so much better than their Ave cousins, which I reviewed last year, see above. The Avlo version of the Talgo Avril cannot gauge change between the Highspeed and legacy networks. Maybe this has something to do with a vastly less bumpy ride. It's still not great, but it is definitely better. Let me know if you tried both and what you think. We have now entered the tunnels which lead to Barcelona, the high-speed station serving the Catalan capital. It is Spain's second largest city, which is home to 1.6 million people. It also happens to be one of my favourite cities in Europe. It's absolutely stunning. As we pull into the station exactly on time, let me give you a summary of my experience on both the Ouigo and Avlo low-cost high-speed services and how they compare against each other, and which one I'd choose if I was spending my own money. The comfort is a clear win for Ouigo. I much prefer the seat in both classes, and the ride quality is superior, especially at high speed. Frequency is a slight win for Ouigo, with 5 daily round trips on this route versus 4 on Avlo. Price again is a win for Ouigo, with more frequent lower fares being available and nearer to departure. I was also able to find more of the headline sub €10 fares than on Avlo. Connectivity is a definite win for Avlo, with very good Wi-Fi speeds available the whole trip and many USB and power sockets. Ouigo is woeful in this regard, with the Wi-Fi barely working and no USB. Food, however, is a win for Ouigo, with an actual dining car and a much better selection, even if it was overpriced. Vending machines, like on Avlo, can be okay, but there should be a hot drinks one and more selection available. So I give the win to Ouigo with 30 points out of 50 versus 26 for Avlo. However, I would say that both trains are fine for this journey of up to 3 hours. If the prices are vastly different, I'd just go for the cheapest. Have you been on any low-cost, high-speed trains before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Do you want to see some comparison videos in other countries? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.